Whenever you're doing an Airbnb or a rental, you have to think about the maintenance. So a quick video on just Airbnb is things that you need to consider is the maintenance of any kind of the things that you have inside the property. So there's two things actually inside this property that absolutely drive me crazy. I think both of them do contribute to why we had this completely booked. We actually booked out the complete space for the entire year in about a couple of months. We actually aren't even on Airbnb anymore because they're booked out through the end of the year. But this thing behind me, this hot tub, basically after every guest, you got to drain the water and you got to fill it back up. You have a situation where maybe the pump goes bad or the heater goes bad, something doesn't work. You don't want to keep the hot tub on all the time. So it is something that you have to actually educate the guests on how to turn the hot tub on, how to turn it off, how to work the jets and all that kind of stuff, because it isn't something that stays at 100 degrees because the electricity would be absolutely crazy. But in this spot, you can imagine, I don't know if you can kind of get a little bit of a picture, but this hot tub is sitting on our deck outside, surrounded by this forest in the wintertime. Pretty awesome to be sitting out here in the snow when it's really cold, sitting with a glass of wine in 100 degrees, hot tub, just hanging out. Really kind of pretty cool. You can also actually sit here and catch something on the tube, watch a movie. And then in the summertime, all of this actually becomes solid with trees. So it's actually like sitting almost in a tree house on a hot tub. Pretty cool selling point for this Airbnb, but a complete pain in the ass. I've yet to be able to find a cleaner that can come out and is willing to sort of drain this, fill it back up, knows the operation, can reset it, because guests always leave it on all the time, to reset it back to where it is, into a dormant state. Very, very hard. The second one is actually inside, and that is our arcade, our game system. Same thing. It's not something you want to leave on because it's constantly just kind of playing music. And imagine if you went to arcade, the machines are always on making noise. You don't want to leave that on all the time. But it is something that if it's not left on, then what happens is you have to educate someone how to turn it on, how to start up the system. And if they don't start it right, the system won't turn on right, or they can't get to the menu with all the games in and so forth. So two things that are kind of a pain in the butt, to be honest with you. If you could rent out a space without having these features, it's definitely something I recommend. But the moral of the story is whenever you're doing an Airbnb or a rental, you have to think about the maintenance of the things that you're having in there. If there's any special features, any special equipment, even with the lake house, we have boats and things like that. Any special equipment, really, really think about it. Is it something that you're going to get someone to maintain? If they're not, then that means you're doing it. And that means this is not a passive income, but a very, very active income, which might not necessarily be the ideal scenario for you. So something to think about. Quick video. Hope there's value there. Till next time.